Happy Thursday. Thursday is the day ruled by Jupiter. So we're moving into expansion and abundance. And so this is Thursday. And I'm in between sessions, so I'm going to do this kind of quick and dirty. But I've been moving through a lot. That's why you haven't been seeing me much. I had my class online last night, but I'm really processing a lot, and I can feel that even showing up for me in other ways. And so always be aware that you are actually creating your reality, and we are always healing deeper layers of what we need to heal, right? So if fear is your overwhelming soul blueprint, you'll be always healing like deeper layers of fear. And what people need to understand is that fearless is not actually the absence of fear. It's rather feeling the fear and then behaving differently, not reacting from that fear, which would be the trauma response of the cell memory, but doing something different. That's true fearlessness. And so what I'm actually moving through is the trusting, right? So I am unwaveringly obedient to Spirit, but Spirit's giving me new direction now that feels unstable even. And so I can feel like that old cell memory around scarcity mindset, right? So I'm kind of wavering in that, to not slip into that trauma response, but to say, okay, I'm trusting, and I realize that I'm stepping really carefully into what you want me to do, but please hold me through this. And see, now you can even hear it coming through my throat, so it's even scary to like voice this. And so like seeking synchronicities in that direction to share what I've been told about myself that seems scary, and then questioning it, like, am I really even worthy for the magnitude of what I've been told that I am and that I'm supposed to move into? Like, how do I step into that without sounding insane? So the Ascendant Masters that showed up for me today is White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. And so right away this says I'm healing ancestral lines by the old patterns. And I was like, the scarcity mindset, right? So when I was thinking about that, this one was actually pulled, prosperity. And so it's interesting like how in the moment the synchronicity is, because I'm feeling into it. Yeah, that's the pattern. I can feel that. And I can also feel that I am healing that right now. Will I be provided for? Do I have to earn my worth? And that's the scarcity mindset. Is there going to be enough for me? And will I be provided for? And will my kids be provided for, right? And so that's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, that's the pattern I need to heal. And then Archangel Ariel showed up and it says, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. It's like a holy shit moment. Like, you don't get any more synchronistic than that. And I was like, okay. And I even said that. Thank you for that synchronicity, how you're showing me what a powerful manifester I am, that in real time I'm thinking it and it shows up. And then Melchizedek, who talks about the law of attraction. Now, I'm not one who believes in the secret or the flaw of attraction, but I do believe we create our reality. And so he usually shows up for me in the other deck. And so the message that he brings in the other deck is that I need to connect with sacred geometry, because the synchronicities will lead me into my destiny. And so really it's not the law of attraction. It's like paying attention to synchronicities, because that's what leads me to my destiny. So when I was saying, thank you for the synchronicity, because I had already pulled from the deck that Melchizedek shows up in, he showed up again. He was like, pow! You're welcome for the synchronicity. And I think that's pretty fucking badass. So yeah, that's real. It's a real thing. And Becca says, that is so damn beautiful. It is beautiful. I mean, when you can see it playing out in the moment, in real time, and there's no wait period for how it manifests, it's mind-blowing. And you have to be in awe of the infinite power of the universe to deliver like that. So anyhow, that's amazing. And then I pulled this one, and I pulled this one not too long ago. I remember sharing this, the dream, and it says something will be revealed, insight or breakthrough. This talks about dream time, and dream time is really huge for me. I work with dream time a lot. I wake early and go back to sleep. That's dream time. It's an Aboriginal practice that obviously my soul remembers. But when I was probably in my early 20s, I was visited by an Aboriginal chief, in spirit of course, and he told me to wake early and go back to sleep, that spirit would talk to me in that dream time. And so I've been doing it now, even still decades later. And so this is saying that I will receive insights and things will be revealed. So pay attention to that. And that's good, because I've almost been moving through a guilt about sleeping later these days, because I've been feeling kind of exhausted. And so this really is also about let go of the guilt. You need that dream time, because that's how you can move into your day more prepared. And so I like that that showed up as well. And then back to back 2 surrender cards. So yeah, surrender into the guidance, into the synchronicities, into being obedient to spirit. Just surrender. Surrender to the divine. And this one is the surrender to the sweetness. And it says Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. And this talks a lot about the receiving and surrender in the receiving, that I am worthy of all that's good, and to not discredit that it's true. I do tend to hold guilt around pleasure, and I guess on some level, and maybe some of you can relate to this, that when something's really happening that's so good and delicious, you feel like on the back end of that, there's gonna have to be the ebb, and is this gonna go? So really healing the surrender is receiving, and not, it takes away from the receiving when you're in the next moment. You're actually robbing that pleasure, yourself of that pleasure and that enjoyment, by saying, man, this is so good, it's gonna go. And we need to stop doing that, but reveling in the true joy of receiving and marinating in that feminine energy, like we deserve it. And so the sacred I just threw crystals at myself. So the sacred geometry that showed up for today is the icosahedron, and this actually just showed up last week. This is talking about like getting clear and moving through everything that I am being guided into, but becoming clear about it. And this showed up in the reverse today, and it says you're creating too many options. There is only one option. And when you connect with spirit, you'll know it. And that's so true. I teach this all the time. If you're ever confused, you're not being the real you, because the real you already knows how to move. And so I need that reminder too. And I'm grateful for that reminder. And so message in the bottle basically is echoing, and I would have to go back and look at the videos, but I'd be willing to bet this showed up the same time that this showed up the other day, because this is saying I'm going to receive revelations, and message in the bottle also brings that same message, that I will be receiving a life-altering message. And I've been receiving this now for a couple weeks, so I'm like still waiting for it, but like, all right. And so Kyanite is my ally for the day, and it's a storm stone, so it stimulates all chakras. And Kyanite is actually my favorite ally in my private sessions. I work with these babies. And the better. Singing love songs, love songs. These are my personal black kyanite that I use in private sessions. I have not, again, found any this size. This size is pretty rare, but I've had these for a really long time. And it is the most powerful purifying crystal. It never needs to be charged or cleansed itself. They're protective, purifying, and I love these babies. And so the way that I thank them, because they don't need to be cleansed or purified, is that I'm constantly offering them my heart breath. And they look like black angel wings, right? But they're beautiful. And this is green kyanite. Worse, all the better. Love songs, love songs. And this is blue kyanite. And there is an orange kyanite. I don't have any orange kyanite. The orange kyanite almost looks like sherbet. But see how it grows in these blades? The blue doesn't really grow in the fans the way the black does, but they grow in blades. So the green and the blue are more of like this wide bleed, whereas the black, it fans out. So sometimes they're called black kyanite fans. Sometimes they're called black kyanite wings. And so the culmination of today's spread is beyond death, life. And it talks about allowing the death. And so this has also been showing up in the past couple weeks, talking about death is not a bad thing, but there are some parts that are dead, and I need to stop hanging on to them because I'm holding on to them only as a security, not because it's something that I need anymore. Or even anything that's going to be helpful. It's more of a dead weight. And so to move into the newness, and even though it feels like I am surrendering and really like shedding so much, it's creating the immense space that I need for the newness that's actually coming. And so this, coupled with the surrender cards, really is about letting go of fear. And so I am befriending the unknown so that I can trust again. And really, surrender is about trust. I trust that I will be caught when I close my eyes and fall back. Catch me. Catch me. And that's the message of today. And I do have another batch of Florida water. I do want to mention that. That's for the shielding and cleansing. It is a psychic cleanse and shield. It's a bath. It can also be used as a area, like a spray for your body or space. And I just feel like everyone needs to keep their energy clean. I feel a lot of congestion and chaos happening, especially in that, because people have done so much shedding through this Mercury retrograde that I feel like you're leaving yourself open and vulnerable to psychic attack, or even like consuming negative energy to fill those newly open spaces. So if you need some of that, contact me privately or go on my website. You can also order it through my website. And what else did I want to mention? Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome for the message. So I think that's all I got for you. And it is hot out there, but it's okay. Thank you all for sharing your most valuable commodity with me, your time and your energy. I so appreciate you. And I am sorry for any misalignment or disharmony that I myself have caused. Please forgive me. Thank you for this opportunity. I love you. You got me singing love songs.